How's everybody doing? Along this way, people that personally know me, I've collected a number of exotic animals over the years, from fish to mantellas to poison dart frogs to chameleons. And a lot of people don't understand when Lucifer and I predominantly designed the life on this planet. And so there's certain areas uh, that biologically they have life that are masterpieces that I always had a hand in, or my brother Lucifer had a hand in. And they're disappearing. I'm going to be honest with you, people. They're disappearing. There's a number of reasons. There's human encroachment. There's habitat destruction. There's a number of things, and ultimately, there's a couple places and some specific things that I want to see saved. That where we're going to bring them to Cuba. Like, I'm just here to tell you, there's not really an if, and, or but about it. It's going to come to pass. I've got some people in my field, so I'm going to have to stop and pause and speak to them, make sure I get the verbiage correct on what I'm about to say. I have the Prime Minister of New Zealand and the Prime Minister of Australia in my field, and I spoke to them, and they would be open to having Madagascar join their collective, contingent that we be allowed to go in and remove wildlife from Madagascar to a secondary location, specifically mantellas and chameleons. Lucifer and I used to have competitions, and anyhow, I've owned a million different kinds of chameleons. I've owned every locale you can I've owned a lot of locales, not everyone, but I've owned a lot of them over the years. At one time, I had the largest collection of Tamatavi panther chameleons on the planet. And so I've had ambanjas, I've had ambelopes, I've had sambavas, I've had all kinds of things. I've had carpet chameleons, I've had a number of things. Jackson chameleons, I've had veiled chameleons, all kinds of things. I've had some dwarf chameleons when I was younger. And ultimately, they are, I'm going to be honest with you, they're eating them. They're eating them. I've not owned a parson, but I've known a lot of people own parsons. I love them. And anyhow, they need to be preserved at all costs. That was my masterpiece. Basically, at the time, there was a different forest. The forest that's in the Amazon right now is a secondary growth forest. That's not the original forest that lived there. And Lucifer took on the Amazon, and I took on Madagascar, and we basically had a great build off. And we just went, we went build for build. And he created a lot of the venomous animals that you see in the Amazon, but he was involved in a lot of vipers, your beautiful vipers, but he created the poison dart frogs as well. I created the mantellas. He beat me out. The mantellas are beautiful, guys, but the poison dart frogs, he beat me on that one. But the masterpiece was the goddamn chameleons. And so I want to bring my chameleons to Cuba ultimately. And so I don't want to strip everything they have from Madagascar, but I want to get enough of the locales and the various species and get them down to Cuba so that they're on a secondary location where they're isolated and they can continue to do exactly what they've done, which is evolve. Now, the next one that I want to do where there's other locales, because anybody that knows about chameleons knows that literally they don't migrate. When they lay an egg, they might go 5 feet from where the egg hatched, and that's where they reside their whole life. So they've developed unique collar patterns that literally might be separated by a stream. Hell, there's even roads now that have created their own unique, what they call a locale. You have a species, then you have a locale within the species, and they're each genetically different. They have unique collars and unique markings. Well, the same thing came to fruition in the Amazon, where you have these, mountain ranges that separate things. And so you've got very unique genetic traits that were isolated, and they're within the poison dart frog population. Again, I want to remove, right now the Amazon's being just cut and burned, people, in places. And in these areas, you're losing biodiversity that you're never gonna, it's gonna be a nightmare to bring it back. And so I want to bring the poison dart frogs down to Cuba with me so that we can preserve them. They need to be in a place that's somewhat isolated. They're going to continue to evolve. They're going to do just what they've always done. They're going to continue to evolve, and they'll be separated by ranges and all different kinds of things that are in Cuba. But we'll have backup populations of all these beautiful animals they're slowly disappearing, people. A lot of these animals, hell, anymore, You only really see them in captivity. And when they're in the wild, they don't even give a shit about them. There's all kinds of stupid treaties, and you got to expedite this, expedite that. And there's so many numbers that they can only expedite. And the reality is, hell, they're just cutting and burning the goddamn forest. They're chopping down the habitat. And so nobody's getting the damn animals. The animals are just fucking dying, people. And they're disappearing. These animals took millions of years to evolve. These animals were seeded here, people, from all different things. They were just different projects along the way. And literally, the humans are the latest, you know what I mean? We're the latest introduction. The animals existed long before the humans were even thought of, people. And so we've come in, and right now we're destroying habitat at an alarming rate. And the biodiversity, we're losing a massive amount of our biodiversity. And so unless somebody steps in and just says, hey, this is what the fuck we're going to do, it's going to be lost, people. That's the bottom line. And some of these things, man, my brother Lucifer and I, we have tiffs. But when it comes to fucking designing animals and coming up with cool shit, Lucifer and I are the best to ever fucking do it. Whether it be orchids, whether it be flowers of different types, amaryllis, our fingerprint is on all of it, people. And so it means something just to me personally. And so I want to see it all preserved. I want to bring the shit down to Cuba. Probably bring some of it down to Haiti and the Dominican Republic too. Ultimately, though, this is a really good deal. There's a ton of valuable impact sites within the collective that is going to be New Zealand, and the collective that's Australia. Australia is a gold mine because of it's arid, people. It's desert. There's not a lot of shit there, so there's a tremendous amount of wealth sitting in Australia right now. But there's also, amongst that, there's 5 impact sites in Madagascar, but there's 4 that are easily, that we can get with conventional mining. There's a 5th one that's extremely deep, but it's not going to hurt New Zealand or Australia to be part of this, and it's definitely not going to hurt Madagascar. Madagascar is one of the most poverty-stricken places on the planet, so this is in the interest of Madagascar. We will get you into the collective that is New Zealand and Australia contingent that you allow us to remove some of your biodiversity and get it to a secondary location so we can preserve it. And so with that, I'm going to move on. This is just something. Rumor has, I got Don Jr. in my field right now, and Don Jr.'s like, you're coming to Mar-a-Lago Bay in June. That's what my father-in-law, Don Jr. is telling me. I'm coming to Mar-a-Lago in June. He's out there looking at me saying, yeah. Now, nobody can see it, but your higher selves are all around me, people. I'm tethered to all of you. Kai Trump is sitting next to me right now. She's like, tell him I'm sitting next to you. Kai Trump is literally sitting next to me right now. I've got, believe it or not, behind me, you can't see him. If you had a satellite image, you'd see him. But Lucifer's sitting behind me. He literally pulled on my back. He's like, tell him I'm in here. Tell him I'm in here. When you see Lucifer on a satellite image, he's navy blue, people. He's like the color of the sea, the water. If you look behind, if you were to look on satellite images, you see Gabriel. Gabriel's light blue like the sky because he sits over the wind. Raheel is green because he sits over the earth. And then Uriel is yellow. He sits over the sun. If you see me on a satellite image, when Aurelian Euclasius exits out of me, the angel of death, it's fire orange, fire red. And so they can see it on the satellites, though, people. I picked up another Trump along the way. I'm not going to get into specifics, but this is Courtney Cole. I picked up Courtney Cole along the way. She's sitting in the back seat next to Lucifer. And so I'm picking up a whole bunch of Trumps. And people are saying, I've seen the rumor mill. They're saying you like them young. Actually, that's not the truth, people. There's soul contracts involved in this. And the Trump ladies belong to a coven of women. Coven of vampires, truth be told, people. They're witches and vampires. And the reason that these younger ladies are being allowed to enter into the field is simply because they're coming in with 3 older women. They're various aunts. You got Melania, you got Ivanka. Then there's another one. There's a miscellaneous one that's going to come out. But ultimately, that is why they're allowed to enter into the field. I you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say no to the young women, but at the same time, we're just going to call the standard, the measure. Let's see what we're going to say. We're going to say you got to be 25. You got to be 25 to approach the goddamn house of David, ladies. These women they're not under a normal situation. There's a couple other people that are people I've known a long time, and they have daughters, and their daughters, they're going to be allowed to enter into the house of David at an early age. But other than that, we're just going to say the standard, there's not really an age, but we try to keep it above 25 people. That's honest. I'm not going to say that, you know what I'm saying? House of David's not really for robbing the cradle. I'm going to be honest with you, the House of David's not really for robbing the cradle. There's exceptions to this rule. They're all going to be 18 or above people, but there's a handful of people, and it just is what it is, people. It's above your pay grade. Leave the thinking to me. So with that, peace and blessing be upon your home. It's a slow night, man. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm trying not to stew. There's people turning up dead all over the place. I don't know anything about it. You know what I mean? People are dragging the goddamn waters with people from my past. People are, I don't know how this information is getting out. I don't know anything about it. 1110000000010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010101010 I don't know how the information's getting out there, but continue dragging people, continue dragging. These people got goddamn karmic debt, doing all kinds of fuck shit, doing all kinds of diabolical shit. They've been sitting goddamn plotting on the goddamn Messiah. They've been doing all kinds of fuckery. On a side note, you know what I'm saying? Vatican, as soon as I get goddamn elected, because I will be goddamn elected, goddamn King Cole's here. King Cole, goddamn king of the goddamn Jews and Gentiles is back, boys. And so, when I get elected Vatican, we're going to sit down, because I need a Rand Bible, a real ass nigga Bible. There's a whole lot of teachings you guys didn't put in Deuteronomy that Moses had. And there's a whole collection of real ass nigga teachings. And it needs to be added to the real ass nigga Bible. It'll be a goddamn hit. I'm here to tell you, I need my fingerprint needs to be on the real ass nigga Bible. Everybody in the world's gonna want a real ass nigga Bible, because that's the goddamn gospel. That's the goddamn truth right there. Everybody's gonna be talking about fuck nigga Terry and fuck nigga Steve's, fuck nigga Leslie's, fuck nigga Alexandria's. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of goddamn teachings in there, and the world wants it. The world, everybody in my field, they're looking at it, they're like, yeah, we really want the fuck nigga Bible. We want the real ass nigga Bible, and so we need a Rand version. We got 300 goddamn different kinds of Bibles, but none of them got the goddamn fuck nigga teachings of Moses in them. I'm willing to give the goddamn world the fuck nigga teachings of Moses, because everybody, as soon as they read it, they're gonna be like, you know what? We all know a goddamn fuck nigga Terry. We all know a fuck nigga Carl. We all know a fuck nigga Tyrone. Everybody, it's relatable. It's relatable. That's why the world needs it. So with that, peace and blessings be upon your homes.